Okay friends, now in the last day I had shown you how to make the broth and for the Agrobacterium rhizogenes. Now after 48 hours I have taken the broth solution. You can see how turbid it has become. So this is after 48 hours. You can compare the video, just you can rewind and see how clear solution we had the broth, LB broth. And now after adding inoculum, I had added just 1 or 2 ml of inoculum on that day and I kept it in the shaking incubator. I'm repeating again that at 28 degrees Celsius at 150 rpm I had kept it in the shaking incubator for 48 hours. After 48 hours now it has become turbid. Now I'm going to check the OD for this. So all these things again I should be doing it in the lab. I'm not just opening this, I'm just saying you the techniques. Now I will pipette 1 ml and I'll take it in the cuvette or append of tube and I'm going to check the OD. OD will be checked at 600 nanometer and the OD should be between 0.8 to 1. That indicates your cells are in active growth stage. So we need the Agrobacterium to be in its active growth stage. So at that stage I'm going to, and if not, so what to do if my OD is somewhere around 0.5 or 0.6, then I'm going to leave it for some more time. Maybe another 5-6 hours I'm going to leave it and then afterwards I'm going to check it. Or if it is too less, maybe I can leave it for overnight and tomorrow morning I can inoculate it. Or if it is too high, if the OD has crossed above 1, it is showing 1.2, 1.3, you can add some more broth to this and you can dilute this. Sterilized broth, you have to add autoclaved broth to this inside the lab and you can dilute the samples. So that is one condition if it is either high or less than the optimum required OD. So one thing you require for this today's work is you need the broth and you need autoclaved Petri plates. So here I have set of autoclaved Petri plates. This is also is required. Along with this, what else we require is, we require some sterilized filter paper. So how do we sterilize filter paper? You can use such Phyta jars or media bottles like this, and I cut the filter papers in this and I placed it and I have autoclaved this. So you will need sterilized filter paper to blot the plant samples. And along with this, you also need MS media, normal MS media. If you have autoclaved it a day or before, you can just heat it, keeping it in the water bath or hot air oven, or using a normal oven, you can microwave oven, you can melt the agar and you have to pour it in the Petri plate in the lab and you have to leave it for solidification. So this is all. Apart from this, you need of course you need some spirit, or 70% ethanol is required to clean the lab and to clean your hands and all for sterilization process. All those things I'm not saying. So now first thing what I'm going to do is, of course you will need your plant sample also. So here is my in vitro grown plant sample. So I'm not going to go for surface sterilization. If I am taking the plant sample from outside, from polyhouse or for greenhouse, then I have to undergo surface sterilization process. Since I am taking the plant from the in vitro grown, this itself is a sterile condition, so I am not going to go for surface sterilization. Directly I am going to take the leaf and I am going to place it in one Petri plate. I'm not going to show you here. In lab I will show you how to do. I cannot talk in the lab, so that is why I am explaining here itself. So I am going to take one leaf from here and I am going to cut them into 1 centimeter small square shape. I am going to cut 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters shape you can maintain, and into small square pieces I'm going to cut, and I'm going to make a rough incision on that leaf itself. After that small square shape leaves, like for example in one Petri plate some 10 to 15 leaf I can place. So in 10 to 15 leaf I'm just going to make 1 or 2 incision using a scalpel blade, sterile blade. I'm going to make incision, that is to facilitate the entry of the microorganisms. That's all. Now once I make all the incisions and the leaf is ready, now I'm going to take another Petri plate and I'm going to pour this broth into it. So this is 50 ml broth, so I can pour up to 10 or 15 ml, approximately 10 or 15 ml up to half of the Petri plate or 3/4 of the Petri plate. I will pour it, and then whatever leaf pieces I had cut and placed in one Petri plate, I'm going to take those leaf pieces which is having incision, which I have manually wounded, and I'm going to place it in the broth. So some 15 or 20 such leaves with incision I'm going to place it over here, and now I can leave it for time. So either I can leave it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes or 1 hour, or that you have to do trial and error and you have to standardize, optimize your own protocol. So different papers would have given different timings, so you have to standardize for your work or for your plant or for the different explant. As I said, you can take leaf as an explant, you can take seed as an explant, you can take cotyledons, you can take the nodal region, so you can take anything as an explant, but you have to standardize. So it is not known that whether in 15 minutes the maximum efficiency will be seen or 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do for all the methods, I'm going to leave it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes and 1 hour. And again there, some paper have reported they were kept in the light condition, some people have kept it in the dark condition. So again that is also left to you. Again you have to optimize which is giving you the good results, whether if you keep it in the light, whether it is giving good result, or whether if you're keeping it in dark, whether it is giving good results. So that is left to you. You have to optimize it and keep it in the incubator or slowly in orbital shaker, where it is some 50 to 60 rpm. It will not be 150 rpm now. Slight rotation is good, so that broth is not stagnant. It will go reach every nook and corner of your leaf. So keep it at 50 to 60 rpm in the incubator itself in the dark condition, so that there will be a slight movement will be there, so that the broth will reach each and every part of the leaf. Now after 30 minutes or or 45 minutes, what I'm going to do is during those time, so during the incubation time, the media will be very hot. The media would have been solid melted now. So that also I'm going to pour it in Petri plates and I'm going to keep it in the lab itself. So pour the media into the lab, pour the media in the Petri plates, and you can keep it in the lab also. So by the time this 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes has happened, what would have happened? The media would have been solidified. So once the media is solidified, you will just take the leaf explant that was there in the bacterial culture and you're going to blot it using sterile filter paper. So tissue paper or any paper, you can blotting paper you can use. So you're going to take the leaf explant, there will be some bacterial traces, broth traces. So I'm just going to filter it, dab it on the filter paper, and then I'm going to inoculate on the MS media. And after doing for all the 15 leaves, I can keep it again in the light condition or again in the dark condition I can keep it, and I'm going to leave it for 2 days or 3 days, and then I'm going to go for the next step. So this is all what I'm going to show you in today's this video. So and this video will be continued as part 2, that will be on the 3rd day what I'm going to do. So let us see what I'm going to do. I'll show you, I'll demonstrate it to you practically. So first thing, I'm going to pour the media now. Since the media is hot now, so I thought let me pour off the media and keep it for solidification. I'm using the sterilized autoclave Petri plates. Off the flame. I'm just opening the Petri plate and I'm just pouring half the media so that half of the Petri plate is covered. And even half open like this on the floor of the lab. So now I have poured the media in the Petri plates and I have kept it under UV light so that it gets sterilized also, and by the time it gets solidified also. So for that I have kept it inside the lab. So now by the time it solidifies, we pour the broth into different Petri plates to keep it in different time intervals. So first thing, let me keep the sample for 1 hour incubation. So I'll pour the broth for it. So I've taken a Petri plate to cut the leaf and all to make incisions. So I'm taking the leaf from here. Taken a in vitro leaf. I'm going to cut them into small pieces and I'm going to make a small mechanical wounding, small injury I'm going to give for them. So this injury is like an induction process for it. It gets triggered. assembling them. I'm going to put it into the broth. So here I have kept it in the orbital shaker. This is at 45 minutes and 1 hour time I have kept it over here, and you can see it is shaking. So the RPM is set to 70 to 80, 60 to 80 you can set the RPM, and after 1 hour or after 45 minutes I will take it, I will dab it using the sterile filter paper, and then I will inoculate into the MS basal medium. So now after the incubation of 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 1 hour, so whatever you are going to incubate it according to that. Now I have got, after the incubation, now what we are going to do is we are going to take this and keep it in the tissue paper or the blotting paper, sterile tissue paper and blotting paper, and then we are going to dab it properly using that, and then we are going to incubate it with this. So I'm just taking a sterile filter paper now. Now from this, I'm going to take a leaf after the incubation, and I'm just going to dab it over there. So now I'm going to, after dabbing it in the tissue paper, so I'm going to remove the broth and all, and then I'm going to keep it onto the MS media. So you can see the MS media has solidified already, that has gone down back. So to this I'm going to inoculate. So that is all, friends. It is so simple as this. So after the inoculation period of 45 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour, according to your work, after the incubation, you are going to take it from the media and you are going to drop media, and you are going to use a tissue paper like this, sterile paper, and you are going to dab it properly and place it on the MS media. And you can just write down that. So whatever was this, it was 45 minutes at light, 45 minutes at light condition, and you are going to cover it with parafilm or Cleanra, and then you're going to keep it for incubation for 2. Okay friends, in this video, this is the third part of the continuation of the hairy root culture, or the third day of the experiment that we're going to do. So I'll just give a quick, so now what we're going to do is, last day, whatever we have done, I'll just say you quickly. So first day, we had inoculated the agrobacterium into a broth condition, LB broth, and we had kept it for 48 hours under 150 RPM rotation under 28 degrees Celsius. So after 48 hours, we took the broth and we measured the OD at 600 nanometer. It should be around 0.8 to 1. Absorption should be between 0.8 to 1. So after that, what we did, we poured into different petri plates, and then we had cut the leaf segments, and we had given a mechanical wounding. We did a mechanical wounding using a scalpel or blade. We just made some woundings, and we had kept it on the broth for various time periods. We can keep it, either you can keep it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes or 1 hour. That is the first part that we did on the second day. And after that respective time, either you can keep it in light incubation or dark incubation. So this is all based on your trial and error method. We have to standardize and optimize for our own research work. And now after that, we had kept it, then we had taken from the petri plate, we had blotted using sterile filter paper or tissue paper or Whatman filter paper, you can use it. It should be sterile condition. We had blotted it, we removed the excess of bacterial broth, and then we had placed it on MS medium. After placing it on MS medium, what did we do? We had sealed it using parafilm or using clean wrap, and then we had kept it in the incubation for 2 days or 3 days. Again, here also you have to standardize or optimize. So this is after 2 days of culture. So you can see the mechanical wounding that I have done. So you can see the mechanical wounding, and there's no any other contamination. You can see there's no other contamination, there's no fungal growth also. You have to check all those things. If there's any fungal growth and all, it can be seen within 2-3 days you can come to know if there's any fungal growth. So this is how the leaf will look after 2 days or 3 days. Now what I'm going to do is, since the bacteria is already, bacteria has been divided and its plasmid has entered into the leaf cell, thinking that all this has happened and it has incorporated into the genome. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this leaf and I'm going to wash it in antibiotic sterile distilled water. So we can use any antibiotics such as kanamycin, carbapenicin, ciprofloxacin. So whichever is there according to your convenience present in the lab, you can take. I have taken carbapenicillin, I have taken antibiotic, and the concentration will be around 400 to 500 mg per liter. So first I've added first we have to autoclave the distilled water, MS media, everything. We have to make the stocks of this, and then we are going to add it in the lab. So don't add this antibiotics directly into the media or the distilled water and then keep it for autoclaving. The power of this antibiotics will get lost because they will be denatured at 121 degrees Celsius. So you have to remember that also. So I'm making a stock, like say about 10 mg per ml or 100 mg per ml. I can make a stock, and then I'm going to filter sterilize it. I'll filter sterilize it and I'll keep that safely, and then in the lab I'm going to add the antibiotics. Now first what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the leaf from this media and then I'm going to wash it in antibiotic sterile distilled water. Then I'm going to keep it on new set of MS media which is also having your antibiotics. So once if you find any hairy root like structures, then you're going to separate that into a new plate, or else you can keep it for 1 month or 3 weeks depending upon your work. So this is all we're going to do on the third day, and this is the last part of the hairy root culture, and then we should just observe for the result. Now what we're going to do is, now the media is ready, media has been melted, antibiotics has been added, the water is also added. We will just pour the media into the petri plates and we will leave it under UV light for solidification. Then I will show you how to wash it in sterile distilled water with antibiotics and place it into the media with antibiotics. The sterile distilled water with antibiotics that I have added. I will just pour this in petri plate so that it will be easy for me to wash the plants. So I'm just taking one out. Now I'm just taking each leaf plant and I'm just washing in this sterile distilled water with antibiotics. Just put it here for a minute. After it, I'm just going to place it onto the new set of MS media, which is also having antibiotics. So if you're having sterile paper, you can also give a damping now also. After this, I can take a sterile filter paper and damp it there, and then I can keep it here. So that can also be done. So that is all. This is done now. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to write down whether it is light condition or dark condition, wall condition, whatever it is, and then I'm going to seal it. Using this parafilm or clingar, whichever is there, you have to seal it and then keep it in the respective condition. Either you can keep it in dark or you can keep it in light, and you're going to observe it every month. and every week, so that we can change the media also. The media is getting depleted. So it is done. You can keep it and observe it.